Hey guys, it's Ashley
and Alys,
and today we are going to do a story time. That's why we didn't come out with a vlog for yesterday because it was Easter and we didn't have much anyway. Do you want to tell them what the story time is?
it's a story about me and my younger brother Alex.
Adoption.
Yes.
But before we start that, I'm just going to give some updates. It's just going to be me and her channel now. That's why obviously you could see that new intro thingy. Alex didn't want to do it anymore, so that's okay. So it's just going to be a sisters. It's just going to be a sisters thing.
Yeah, and before, I'm so sorry about my English. It's not
Yeah,
very well.
so as you guys probably could tell, her English is like, she's working on it, but she has an accent, obviously. A very strong, yeah, accent. And if you were wondering where it's from, Ukraine. So it's from Ukraine, and she has only actually been living, her and Alex have only been here for a year and
11 months.
No, not even a year.
11 months. In
May 31st, so it's 11 months,
11
yeah.
months.
So we've known her for like 2 years, I think, kinda.
Yeah, but first time you know me like just 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And after I'm like, no, I want you. Yeah. Now I'm 14 years old and live in Ukraine 13 years.
13 years, yeah. Yeah. Our family, we've always wanted to adopt ever since I was little. My parents were always like, yeah, we want to adopt, but we never really did. And we never saw us actually doing it. Our friends, I can't say their names. Let's just call them the Bananas. Okay. The Bananas adopted 2 kids named Apple and Orange.
Okay, just our friends, they have 2 kids, boy and girl.
Boy and girl.
Says like one girl 16 or 17.
16 years old.
And boy
And the
15.
boy was 14 or 15.
15 years.
Yeah.
And after
And we got, yeah. Basically, this family adopted 2 kids. And so my family met them and we knew the family before, but we loved these 2 kids and we thought it was awesome how they were being hosted, and we got close. We already knew the family that had these 2 kids. Like, we were basically a second family, and so we'd see those 2 kids a lot. And they were from Ukraine. And so my mom, like, I remember we went in Panera. And my mom was like, I love the idea of adopting. I'm like, we should adopt. And she's like, I don't think we ever will adopt. And I always mention that to her because it is so funny. Because, yeah, we never will adopt.
yeah, and now we have 2 kids.
You know, we have 2 extra kids, yeah. So my mom's like, yeah, we never will adopt. So we went on this site. I can't say the site either. It's not a site. It's like an organization. And we saw this organization where these 2 kids were from. And we were scrolling through kids. We were looking at kids. We're like, we might actually adopt. We might end up actually adopting. And we found this boy, Alex. And so this was summer of 2017, I think. We knew Alex for 2 years now. It's crazy. We saw Alex and we read through him. We're like, he's perfect. He's crazy. He's like us. We love that, you know? So we got him. We met him. And we like fell in love. Like the first thing we saw, we were driving and he was running through the roads. I'm like, oh my gosh, whose kid is like running through the road? Like, and then yeah, look at the flash. We went to the ice rink. This is before we met her. So we went inside and he was actually that's the last time I heard him quiet, but he was really quiet. Like, he would not talk. He was just sitting there awkwardly because he didn't really understand us yet, if you know what I mean. Like, he only spoke Ukrainian at the time, so like we'd have to use Translate. And he loved John's flipping, my older brother. He would just like, and he's like, do a flip, or he'd say do flip or whatever. I don't know. I think he used translate. When I went to kids camp, he came for a whole entire week. Like came every day of the week. I was at kids camp, so I couldn't see him that week, but he'd come into our pool, and it was just so much fun. So we fell in love, and we're like, we want to host this boy. We want to see him and like have him for a month. And if you don't know what hosting is, let's see if I can put the definition here. Yeah, so we are like, we want to host this boy for Christmas, because what better experience than having him for Christmas? Like, it's the best holiday of the year. So we filled out paperwork, we paid, and we had him for Christmas, and it was amazing. We had another girl, T, let's just call her T, hosted Alex, and it was amazing. Like, me and him would hang out a lot. It was just a lot of fun, and we'd hang out with these two kids that they got hosted again for Christmas, which is amazing. And so it was awesome. So we had Alex and this girl. We need to get him in our life. Like, we need to take him and go through this process and just have him in our family. And over the Christmas, we met this one. So she also got hosted by another family. Let's call them K.
I met with mommy in a Russian store. She met. Go to Russian store.
She met. I think. Yeah, I wasn't there, but she met Ali in this Russian store. Yeah. With Kay. I babysitted Kay's kid in church, so we knew Kay a little bit. So they hosted her, and we're like, wow, like, she's really sweet, and she's calm and collected, and she seems like a perfect attribute to our family.
We go to first. I met with you in
roller skating. So first time I met her was the organization. We had a bunch of the kids go roller skating.
Yes, and you can skate, and I help you. And
so I couldn't skate.
And you say something in Russian. You say "привет" or something like, "Oh, you speak Russian," and you're like, "Oh, what?" What the heck?
I don't remember.
You say something in Russian after like, what?
So she grabbed my hand, and we skated together, and that's like the first time we clicked. And I'm like, I want this to be my sister. Like, I want her to be my sister. Yeah, we want to kill each other. That was over Christmas along with Alex. So we just we started to get to know Allie more. Alex was at our house living there for those Christmas. We saw her a bunch.
You're not with me when Dad asked me about adoption.
Oh yeah,
it's so
they're
hard.
hosting.
People, it's so hard. I have family in Ukraine.
Sorry about that. My mom is texting me.
Okay. They bring me to Starbucks. Yes, and ask me like, I understand, like, at first I think why they grab me, like, oh no, I'm scared, like, I don't know these people very well, like, oh yes, and they ask me, asking about my family, like, and I understand. If I say yes, I lose my family in Ukraine. If I say no, I lose good family here. And I know if I say yes to America, my director in my orphanage kill me, because before, when I come to America, I promise her I didn't stay
her director does not like America.
Forever. I just host and then go back. And I have aunt and uncle who want adopt me, like grab from orphanage forever, like. Yes, and I promise them to, like, I didn't stay, I love you. And after I text, Dad asked me, and like say no, I don't want. I won't go to Ukraine. I have family. No. And like it's week before when I leave, and this entire week I like just like zombie. My hosted family asked me something, like, and I'm every day cry. I can't go sleep because in my head it's like this question, this family and what doing in Ukraine. I'm not strong enough for this. I can't. And like when mom would say, okay, I don't care about everything. I just say yes. I'm just stay strong. I don't care about my director in orphanage. I just say sorry. I'm so sorry. I know it's hard, but I say yes. I want to be adopted to your family. And say, oh.
He cried when she said no, and he cried when she said yes. But yeah, so then came the day when they went back to Ukraine, and that was such a hard day. Like, so they had to take a plane back, so we went to the airport. All of us went, the 2 kids and their family that I was originally talking about. Kay came with her, we came with Alex and T, and all the kids that were being hosted came together to go back to Ukraine, to leave.
It's so hard.
It was really sad. Like, that was like mid-January, and so my parents were like, we're gonna adopt these 2 kids. They both said yes. I forgot to say Alex said yes. Obviously, he loves us. But he said yes, and she said yes. And so we're like, okay, we're gonna adopt these 2 kids, and they're gonna come into our life. It takes a long time to do. So over the summer, I was just thinking, like, how much I wanted them home, like, now. So you have to go to 3 trips to Ukraine in order to adopt a kid.
First trip, you just ask, like, you want or no, and you sign
papers and stuff.
Yes, and yes, you write right after it's card, and after you just grab your kids and go out.
Second trip is not passports, court and court. Yeah, the court.
Just court. The court. And after you like take your kids from orphanage, and after you're doing passport documents,
a lot of documents and stuff. I think they started in November. Am I right? The first trip. February. Yeah, so the first trip was February 2018. So, my parents went, and my brother, so it was just me and one of the girls who had the 2 original kids I was telling you about, the oldest in that family. So she was watching me, but she wasn't really home a lot. So basically, I was practically home alone for a month while my parents and brother was in Ukraine, because my older sister is in college.
And older brother go out because he's older. And I remember when they come to my orphanage, like in director's office, like they sit, and in Ukraine it's, if you sit, you just sit like wait, like this, and you can't put in like this or like this. And John or Dad put in like this. And oh, Dad, no. And it's like, why? No. And they sit in head. In Ukraine, if you sit in like in house inside in head, it's not good. Like it's bad. And oh my God, off your head. What the heck? Like it's no. If they from America, like, and they know ours traditional. Like,
yeah.
Like,
but so they went for a month. I was home alone, and they came back for about a month. So I was with them for a month. I got to see them for a month and like spend time with my mom and dad. So the first trip went perfect. Like all 3 trips I was stressed. Like I want them to come home. First trip went perfect. They came back. My brother didn't go to the second trip. So I was still basically home alone because he would go out a lot. So
just like, I'm cool boy. I go out with my friends. Like, so what?
I was practically home alone, which is actually kind of relaxing because I could watch my shows on the TV and like have the whole house to myself for a whole entire month. Or like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. And so the last time they went, which was the longest time, and it's the longest time interval between the second and third.
It's like almost a month and a half.
Yeah. So the last time they went for a pretty long time, for about a month. And that was like, let's just say 1 year ago today, they'd be in Ukraine.
April 6th, April 7th they left America, and April 8th they take me from orphanage, and after April 10th maybe we'll take Alex. And after like
that's just in context. They didn't get back. Wow. They did not get back until May 31st.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
So that took 2 months for the last trip, and it was pretty rough. Again, it was just me and my brother. Was Diana? I think, no, I don't think Diana was there yet. My older sister. She came at the end of it. So May, like the whole entire April and May, I was just like, when are they gonna go home? I want to see my mom. I want to see my dad, and I want to see my new siblings. I want them home. But yeah, so they came May 31st. That was the best day of my life. They were really tired. We went to the airport, me, John, Diana, and my cousins, and I think the original family who got the 2 kids. I keep on saying original, but okay, whatever. But they ended up adopting those 2 kids too, after us, after we adopted these 2. But they all came to support us, and they came, and it was amazing. Like, Allie and Alex were really tired, and so was my mom and dad because of, what is it called? Jet lag? Yeah, jet lag. So the time is different in Ukraine, like 6 hours ahead, I think, or something. It's a huge difference. So they were 7, yeah. So they're extremely jet lagged and tired. So we wanted to get them home as soon as possible. We had dinner, and they came home. The next 2 days they slept till, no, the next 2 months or 3 months, they slept until 12 every day. I was still going to school because it was May, and I still had 2 months left. So yeah, so they were sleeping in every day. I'd go to school, and then summer came, and we had a lot of fun, and it was just a bonding. Like, what a bond. It was such a bonding. And then August, we found out we were moving, and that me and this girl were gonna share a room. But ever since, like, we moved, it's just, like, we've been getting closer and closer and closer, and it's just amazing to have a sister that's my age, if you guys didn't know. And we're really crazy. Yeah, we're a really crazy family, and we have a lot of fun. We went biking today, and it's just, like, been, like, our lives have changed since these 2 kids came home, and it's changed for the better. Like, I was the youngest before these 2 came, and now I'm the middle child. But it's just amazing to have 2 younger siblings and 2 older siblings, and just being in the middle, just in a sandwich. But we have a lot of sister time. Like, my older sister is 6 years older. My older brother is 4 years older. So I never really had that time with any siblings. Most of the time was by myself, and I'm an extrovert. So just those 13 years of my life where I didn't have, well...
But before with Dan and John, when John 12, you were good friends with him.
Yeah, I was good friends with him for about a year or 2.
But after he changed a lot.
But he got older, and I was still a kid, so I didn't really have anyone to talk to for that period of time, other than myself and my friends on my phone. And it's just a lot of fun ever since she came. Like, we are opposites. Like, she's an introvert, extrovert, messy, clean.
We're different, but we love each other.
But we love each other, and we're sisters, and that's never gonna change.
Sometimes I feel weird, but it's okay.
But yeah, that was her adoption and Alex's adoption story. I hope you guys liked it. Give it a big thumbs up. I might have a thumb.
I'm doing this.
And go click that huge red subscribe button down below with the post notifications bell right next to it. Follow her Instagram, Alys Montijo.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't do on my Instagram anything. I just post my photos and post. Yeah.
And my Instagram, Ashley Montijo 1.
I'm so happy if you follow me.
Is Ashley.Montijo1. That's my Instagram.
Just leave this after video.
Yeah, after this video, go follow us and subscribe to our channel, Ashley and Allie now. And see you guys later. Oh.